Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of this OWC Championship. We are here at round number 4. We are here at the Australian Grand Prix. We've got 10 drivers, actually 11 drivers I should say, who are competing in this race. Some of them are doing it just purely for practice, to be honest, because AOR, the official AOR season, is starting tomorrow, the day I'm recording this. And that is really hype indeed, no pun intended. Here's Timp on his lap. He is in split one. He is, official Williams esports driver. So we got Jan Vosika joining for this race. But let's have a look at the championship standings here. We have Stagatori in the lead with 58 points. Here he is right now in his Ferrari. Then Mantis in second place with 48 points. Aliso Bicycle missed Singapore, but he's still third. Camanzo is in fourth, corner 10 today. Neither can Lazzaro. Panda Cruiser is able to attend. He's in sixth place. He could be P4 by the end of the race. Justin is in seventh. Delta Alpha, Maku, and Shadow Smile all corner 10th. Since Altino is in split one, I feel obliged to go on board with him as he comes through turn 11 and turn 12, taking that second part flat out, opening the DRS. As up towards turn 13 we go, braking just after the 100, turning in, clipping the curb on the outside as Justin so tired from the session. Oh dear me, that's not good. But into turn 15 we go now, hitting that apex perfectly in second gear, up towards third gear, fourth gear, and up towards the line on the Walker straight. And Tino crosses a line by setting a 1:19.4, a good lap time from him. But I think there's a few more tenths fine for the split one driver. As we see Mantis now coming round the final corner in his Haas car. And he crosses it and he puts himself second with a 1:20.7. What about Aliso Bicycle? He's coming up towards the line. He goes second with a 1:20.5. Good lap from him as who retired from then? Zerade retired from the session. I don't know where he is. We'll go on board with Zerd. As he's coming up towards the line right about now. Round the final corner he goes. And he's going to approach the line in his Haas car. And he puts himself fifth. A 1:20.8 only for Zert. Oh no, Hayden's absolutely made a meal of that. Thankfully he didn't retire. But he's down in 8th. Mantis crossed the line with a 1:19.9. A very strong lap time from him. Sagatori crosses it with a 1:20 flat. What about Zerd now? Up towards the line. DRS wide open on his Haas car. And up towards the line. The lap looked pretty solid from him. And he puts himself on the 4th place with a 1:20.2. Round the final corner for a Lethal Bicycle, who will be looking to improve on his 5th place. As up towards the line, he goes 4th. So he beats Zerd, and he's alongside his teammates at this stage. There's still 6 minutes remaining of the session. And we're going to go on board with Tino now careening as he comes up towards turn 1. An onboard lap of Australia. He goes a little bit wide at turn 1. But that won't really harm his lap time. Up towards turn 3 now, braking just after the 100-meter board. Turning in second gear, shifting quickly up to third gear. Up to 4th gear, turning in really nice and smoothly up towards turn 5, flat out, riding a curb a little bit as he comes up towards sector 2. And he takes a nice apex, going a bit over the curb at turn 7, and through the king of turn 8, and up towards a tricky braking zone of turn 9. The little sausage curb is there to bite you, as he comes up towards the incredibly fast turn 11, 12 chicane, 6th gear, and then he goes just about flat out through the second part, and up towards turn 13 we go now, braking just after the 100, turning in, clipping the curb on the inside and the outside, going a little bit wide, turning at the black box, and it goes onto the gravel a little bit. That won't really help Tino, but up towards the final corner now, taking in the curve, DRS wide open, up towards the line, down the Walker straight. Tino Nokarinen crosses it with a 1:19.1. And he's on pole by a solid 8/10 of a second. Stunning lap from him. But I'm pretty sure there's a bit more time to find. 118 is what he probably would have aimed for in that session. But he's still, it's still 8/10 clear. Here's your classification then. It is Tino on pole. 7/10 clear. Sagatario made his way up into second. Leads a bicycle in the second Ferrari just behind him with Mantis alongside the British Ferrari driver. And then there's a British third row with Zerd and Hayden. And it's a German fourth row with Tourette and Panda Cruiser. Justinas and Zeradeb failing to produce a time, and they all start at the back of the grid. Come on, Jan, you're the one ready, and here we go then. To the 5 red lights, the Australian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. That was a very quick start from Charlie Whiting there. Tino leads from Sagatari. Into turn 1 we head now. He's got a clear advantage there. As Zerd is up into 4th place. Elisa Bicycle's lost a position. Here comes Hayden now on the inside of the Ferrari driver. It's side by side. The Elisa Bicycle goes a bit deep there, and Hayden says thank you very much. He'll be up into P5. Elisa Bicycle lost some time there. He goes over the curb, and soon as the Sauber at the back there. But right now it's Tina that leads comfortably ahead of Sagatari and Mantis. Oh, here comes Hayden and Zerd. They're swapping positions. Elisa Bicycle is going to get in this action as he goes down the inside there. Zerd lets him through there as he goes up towards 11 and 12. Oh no, Hayden! Hayden's gone off already. That's not ideal. He went off. He's not lost a lot of time, but he's lost a sufficient amount. He is at the back of the oh dear. That's Jan Vostiker hitting the back of Hayden. Yep, Jan's calling it a day, it looks like. He's going into neutral. There's a box full of neutrals there. Hayden goes down the inside. Oh, no. Hayden's made a dog's dinner of that attempt to get past Zerade there. Yellow's in somewhere in sector 3. Oh, no, Hayden. Hayden, mate, that is, you're not really facing the wrong way. Coming out of turn 12. Oh, that's Ellie the Bicycle spinning. And he's managed to keep it on track somehow. Zerd is taking full advantage as well as Justin Ass. But wow. That was a perfect pirouette. If I do say so myself. From the Ferrari driver. He managed to keep it on track and thankfully did not make any contact with any of the drivers. He's in 6th place. Look at that. That's Panda Cruiser all over the tail of the Sauber of Tourette. Panda Cruiser down in 8th place. His teammate Delta Alpha is not here tonight. He'll be looking to carry Renault to some good points. As Elite Bicycle is really struggling. I won't be surprised if he might call it into the pits here. Oh no, he's going to let them through, I think, just to be on the safe side. And he's going to pit any second now as there's more yellow flags. Somewhere in sector 3, it's for Zed Adeb, I think. Yep, he is going very slow. He's lost some load of end plate on his right hand side of his front wing there. Down in 9th place. Yep, Elite Bicycle does call it into the pit lane, and he will go on to a set of soft tyres? Super soft, yep. It appears that I'm as bad as a director as I am the real life F1 directors, as I've missed the pass of... Oh dear, that's a 5-second stuck penalty for Tino. He's coming into the pit lane. That's not going to help him at all. But yeah, as I said, Panda Cruz has gone off the track. Yep, solid. As soon as I'm going to say he's got past the Sauber, he makes a mistake and the Sauber sails back past. But where are they going to come out in correlation to Tino? I think both are just... Yeah, both are ahead of the Williams. Oh, Zerd! Zerd lost it. And Zerd's out. Oh, dear me. Zerd is overcooked on the exit of turn 12. And... he faces the wrong way. Tino's all over the back of the Renault driver of Panda Cruiser, and I think it's going to be a clean move round the outside. Panda lets him through sensibly. They're on different strategies, and Tino makes his move on one of them, and he could be making a double move here into 2 corners. Down the inside it goes on the Sauber, and he's back up into P4 as Mantis pits. Or at least Bicycles left the session. He was just minding his business. In 7th place. Oh, he's lost some front wing end plate there. And that's his race over, unfortunately for him. And we're down to 6 runners then. It means... oh no. We could be seeing an exchange of leadership here. Tino all over the back of Justin, and he makes the move on the Force India. The Force India realised it was not worth fighting for that place, and Tino makes his move up into 1st place. Finally, we've seen some on-track action. Mantis is all over the tail now of Sagatori. Oh, gets a bit squirmy there. Out of turn 10. Well, the Ferrari driver just staying ahead for now on the Haas driver. He gets all out of shape there. He cut the turn 12 quite substantially there, did the Haas driver. He gets away with it, but he's lost some time to Sagatori. We're on board with Tino now as he's on his final lap. He's been dominant throughout this race. This is I think this will be called a successful practice session for the Finnish driver for AOR, which is starting tomorrow, and you can catch that live on the official website where I might be commentating. So yeah, watch my live stream. But anyway, shameless plug. Tino is coming through the final sector now. Hopefully, he'll be having anything but a similar race to what he's been having now with all the battles and the strategies and the awesomeness that comes with AOR Split 1. But anyway, in the OWC Championship, round 4 in Australia, he's going to come home, take a dominant win. Crossing line, Tino wins the Australian Grand Prix. 22 seconds ahead of Sagatori, who, after getting past Mantis, he really just cruised home then to take his second place of the season, I do believe, after winning the Singapore Grand Prix. He'll come home in 2nd place. There we go. The Ferrari driver picking up some nice, a nice 18 point. Yeah, it's nice. And crucially, he extends his championship lead over Mantis in 3rd place. Mantis coming home and complete the podium places in his Haas car. Justin going to come home and take a solid 4th place in his Force India. Panda 5th place for him in the Renault. Tourette 6th place in the Sauber. And Zed Arab and Elite Bicycle are the last ones to complete, but Elite Bicycle is a ghost car. Zed Arab comes home and takes a solid 6th place in Mercedes. And there you have it then. There's your podium then. That is an image Tino Nokarinen will love to see in tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be the winner of the Australian Grand Prix. There's X-Mighty G celebrating Tino's win. Sagatori alongside him and Mantis in 3rd. Here's your classification then for this race. Yep, Tino wins. He actually got a 5-second stop go penalty. Yep, but he obviously didn't serve it, so that gets applied to his time. No issues though. He finished well clear of Sagatori in 2nd. Mantis in 3rd. The Lithuanian 2nd row with Justin in 4th. Panda Cruiser in 5th. That's Joe in 3rd row actually. Tourette in 6th. Adam in 7th. Alex Bicycle in 8th. Zerd, Hayden and Jan Vosica failing to finish. That is it then. From all of us at the OWC team, we will see you for round 5 in a week's time. Thank you very much.